The adventure begins. Finch tries to explain, but is interrupted by Jeff, who angrily shouts to drive in. As the car sped into the tunnel, the solar panel went crash, and they got stuck outside, leaving Finch totally baffled. He hurried to the back of the car, only to see that the other car was fast approaching. Just then, Jeff suddenly opened the door and hopped out. Stop! The car moved again. Finch peered through the curtain. Jeff was pushing it desperately. Before they could get caught, Jeff single-handedly shoved the car inside, leaving everyone speechless. After escaping danger, Finch slowly stepped out, and upon seeing the shattered solar panels, his mood plummeted. No solar panels, no power. With time running out, Finch panicked, realizing he might never see the Golden Gate Bridge again. It was his wish, and now despair hit hard. All his long-awaited dream shattered in an instant. Jeff wanted to comfort Finch, but Finch's mood only got worse as he started yelling at Jeff. Seeing Finch like this, Jeff kept quiet. Finch dejectedly got back in the car, while Jeff stayed still, trying to find a topic to ease the awkwardness. Do you think we can make it to the Golden Gate Bridge? I think it's totally possible. Wanna know why? Because I believe in you. Jeff's words sparked a little hope in Finch. He shared a story with Jeff about how when the sun erupted, people lived in real panic. It was like being afraid to go outside during the day. And at night, people scavenged for food like it was a game. Finch went to a supermarket for supplies and faced off against a robber mom and daughter. The mother and daughter had a cart full of supplies, and the little girl was holding a gun. Finch was frozen in disbelief. He cautiously hid in the corner, contemplating that if they discovered him and took away his food, he would truly be done for. Suddenly, a car pulled up outside the supermarket, and the driver eyed their cart, eager to claim all the supplies. The little girl's mom rushed to protect her, but the crazy driver ended up harming both of them. Watching it all unfold, Finch felt overwhelming guilt, wondering why he hadn't stepped up to help them. Just then, he noticed the little girl's backpack moving. When he opened it, there was a puppy inside. To make up for his mistake, Finch vowed to care for the puppy, and it became a burden on his heart. Remembering all of this, Finch couldn't help but feel deeply how cowardly and helpless he truly was. Meanwhile, as Jeff's strength waned day by day, he drove relentlessly, hurtling towards San Francisco just like a brave superhero. Jeff was tightly holding onto a postcard of the Golden Gate Bridge. Upon flipping the postcard over, Jeff was unexpectedly shocked to discover that it had actually been sent personally by Finch's father. It turns out that Finch's father had previously arranged to meet him in San Francisco. Just as Jeff was lost in thought, a butterfly suddenly crashed into the car window. How magical! Upon witnessing the butterfly dancing gracefully on the glass, he could scarcely believe his eyes. Such enchanting sight still existed in the world. He suddenly realized the UV rays here didn't harm people. Finch could finally ditch that heavy protective suit. Finch walked forward slowly, and Jeff followed, both free from the constraints of their protective suits. Finch joyfully soaked up the sunshine, spotting a butterfly resting on a rock. It seemed the butterfly hadn't seen a human in ages, as it fluttered towards Finch. It landed on Finch's hand, and he couldn't believe he could witness such a vibrant world in his final moments. Finch took out his long unused designer jacket, looking like a star. He and Jeff enjoyed delicious food outside the car. Jeff sensed Finch was in a good mood but still felt the urge to say something, unsure how to begin. Fascinated by Finch's stories, Jeff wanted to know about his relationship with his father, prompting Finch to share their history. The Golden Gate Bridge postcard was one Finch received when he was 15. His dad was an engineer, often working away, and Finch missed him dearly. At 15, his dad sent this postcard, promising to meet Finch someday. Finch had cherished this postcard, a heavy promise of paternal love. However, he hadn't heard from his father since, which was heartbreaking. The bittersweet memories left both in silence, reminiscing about those good old days. Jeff suddenly came up with a brilliant idea and suggested they set off for San Francisco immediately. Time was truly of the essence, as they only had 18 hours and 33 minutes remaining on the clock. And Jeff, I'm really running out of time. Finch's words made Jeff sad. He wished to help Finch fulfill his last wish, but time was running out. To ensure Jeff could take care of the puppy better, Finch taught him how to interact with it. Finch took out a tennis ball and tossed it head. The puppy dashed out to fetch the ball, and Finch urged Jeff to give it a try. Jeff, mimicking Finch, threw the ball, and the dog immediately raced after it with speed. But when the dog returned with the ball, it gave it to Finch first, then passed it to Jeff. The pup stubbornly refused to hand the ball over to Jeff, being quite cheeky. Wow, the little dog actually managed to dodge Jeff. What an impressive display of clever maneuvering.